Hello, welcome to the lecture 3 course CCTP 8 CHO 351 structure determination of organic compound by spectroscopic method. In this lecture I am going to talk about the first and second order spectra in 1H NMR. First order spectra and second order spectra. First order spectra and second order spectra. So in last lecture I had taught the topic chemical and magnetic equivalency. In that we have learned that chemical equivalent proton are magnetically equivalent. In most of the time they are equivalent, but in some cases chemical equivalent proton are not magnetically equivalent. So when chemical equivalent proton are magnetically equivalent, that time we get the spectra that is the first order spectra. But when chemical equivalent proton are not magnetically equivalent, that time we get the spectra that is the second order spectra. Means the spectra which can be interpreted by the n+1 rule or graphical analysis. This is also known as a tree diagram. It's called as a first order spectra. And second order spectra is nothing but cannot be interpreted by n+1 rule or graphical analysis. So n+1 rule is nothing but splitting pattern in 1H NMR. So first order spectra, n+1 rule we can apply, means we are analyze the spectra by this rule, or tree diagram with the help of this we can analyze the spectra. But second order spectra cannot be analyzed by n+1 rule or graphical analysis. So this is the most important difference. So we discuss here first order spectra and second order spectra simultaneously here. So first difference is that n+1 rule we can apply here. We cannot apply here n+1 rule. We cannot interpret with the help of n+1 rule. Second difference is that in first order spectra, the intensity of peak according to Pascal triangle. Pascal triangle. So first order spectra follow the intensity of the peak according to Pascal triangle ratio. So Pascal triangle ratio is nothing but, suppose if you get the signal doublet. So doublet give the signal in the ratio 1:1. Triplet, so like this we get the 3 peaks. So intensity ratio is the 1:2:1. So this ratio means this kind of Pascal triangle ratio is followed by the first order spectra. So in second order spectra, the intensity of the peak, not according to Pascal triangle ratio, not according to Pascal triangle ratio. So In second order spectra, when you get the multiplets like doublets, triplets, pentant, that time they not follow the Pascal triangle ratio. This is the second difference. Also, chemical shift widely separated means the proton which couple in first order spectra, the chemical shift difference we are observe very large here, means chemical shift difference is nothing but delta nu. So this value we are observe large. In case of second order spectra, this difference chemical shift difference is small here, means actually in second order spectra the proton couple that have nearly equivalent chemical shift, not identical but nearly equivalent chemical shift we are observe, and that proton are couple here. So here delta nu is here small we are observe in case of second order spectra. So in first order and second order spectra, that time we are express the value of chemical shift in hertz. Generally we are expressing value in ppm or delta. So to express the value in hertz, for this we are use this expression, that is the nu value hertz delta into frequency of instrument divided by the 10 to 6 in ppm. So by this mathematical expression we can convert the delta value into hertz. Delta value can be expressed in delta or ppm. So next difference is that this delta nu by j, this ratio, so this is nearly greater than 6 value we are observing first order spectra, and when delta nu by j, this difference approaches to unity, that time we are observing the spectra, that is the second order spectra. So by this way we can differentiate the first order and second order spectra. So both value are expressed here in same unit, that is the hertz, delta nu by j. So here delta nu by j is greater than nearly 6, that time we are observe the weak coupling. We are observe the weak coupling in first order spectra. So when this value is small, nearly equivalent to the 1, that time we are observe the strong coupling between the protons or between the nuclei. So suppose we get the two signal here, and this is the delta nu, difference in chemical shift value. So this difference is large here. So because of that, these two protons, they are weakly coupled here. So they are weakly coupled, and here if you take the second order spectra, in the second order spectra, so we get the two peak, but this difference is so small here, that is the delta nu. So these two proton, so these are strongly coupled here, they are strongly coupled. And also remember, in first order spectra overlapping of peak is not occur, and in second order spectra we are observed the overlapping of peak. So this is about the first and second order spectra. So to understand this concept better, we take here example of first and second order spectra. Firstly, we take the example of first order spectra. So for this we take the simple example 1,1,2 trichloroethane compound. So in this example, this is a 3 proton system. So in the 3 proton system, this is the methane proton, this is the methylene protons. So this is a symmetric molecule, and in this symmetric molecule, suppose this is HA and this is HB. This is suppose HC proton. So this HA and HB, they are these 2 protons. We can apply here n+1 rule for analysis of this spectra of this compound. So this HA and HB, they are chemical and magnetically equivalent protons. So they are coupled with this proton, means C proton, with equal coupling constant. So because of carbon-carbon free bond rotation, so this coupled with, suppose BC is equivalent to the AC, means they are coupled with this proton with equal coupling constant, means average coupling constant. And also because of carbon-carbon free bond rotation, these methyl protons actually act as equivalent. They have the same magnetic environment and same chemical environment. So because of that, the delta B is equivalent to the delta A here. So chemical shift value is same here. Also JAB means they are not coupled to each other, means this value is 0, means geminal coupling is not possible here. So here this value is also same, JBC and JAC. And again J, so like this. So here this methane proton, the methane proton is split, means this give the signal, that is the triplet. So here we follow here which rule? n+1 rule. Again here this methylene proton give the signal, that is the doublets. So like this. So in this compound we get the spectra, that is the first order spectra. We analyze the spectra with the help of n+1 rule. So peaks we are get here, that also not overlap. So overlapping of peak is also not occur here. So this is about the first order spectra with example. Next is the second order spectra with example. So this spectra cannot be interpreted with the help of n+1 rule. So we take the example of styrene oxide. Suppose we give the notation HA, HB and HC. This is the styrene oxide compound. This is a small ring compound. In this small ring compound, because of small ring, the carbon-carbon free bond rotation is not occur here. And because of this proton HA and HB, they are chemically non-equivalent, means delta A is not equivalent to delta B here. So they are chemically and magnetically non-equivalent. Same way, here JAB is a non-equivalent to, means not equal to 0. Means here geminal splitting is occur here, means they undergo geminal coupling. Also this proton coupled with this proton JAC is not equal to JBC. So actually these 2 protons present in different chemical environment. So this phenyl group, so to this at the same side HB proton is present, and to the opposite side HA proton is present. So they are present in different chemical environment. So because of that, they couple with HC proton with different coupling constant value, so they are not equal here. So proton Hc couple with Ha proton with cis coupling, while they are coupled with Hb proton with trans coupling. So coupling is different here. So these two protons are chemically non-equivalent. Because of that, we cannot apply here n+1 rule, and because of that, our spectra become quite complicated here. So how this become complicated? For this, we are analyze the each proton here. So suppose if we take the Hc proton, so Hc proton in this compound firstly couple with Ha proton, and because of that we get the doublet here. So we observe the coupling that is JAC. Again this doublet, each doublet further split into the doublet. So because of that we get the doublet here, again we get their doublet. Means here the proton Hc couple with Ha proton, so we get the doublet here, and this each doublet further split into the doublet and doublet by the proton B. So we here observe the BC. Because of JBC we are observed this kind of 4 peaks. So we get the firstly doublet, and each doublet further doublet and doublet. So this type of splitting pattern is called as a doublet of doublet. We are called doublets of doublets we get here. So this type of splitting pattern. So each proton give the 4 peak here, doublet of doublet, and this Hc proton give the chemical shift value that is 3.81 ppm. So here we get the 4 peak like this here in 1H NMR spectrum. So like this, and this is a centered around the 3.81 ppm. In same way we can examine the other proton also. Hb. So Hb proton firstly show the geminal coupling with the proton Ha. So because of JAB, so we get the doublet signal here. So this proton B proton coupled with A proton, so we get the signal doublet. Means here geminal coupling. Again each doublet is split by the proton C. So here like this we get the doublet here, again we get the doublet here. So second splitting is nothing but JBC like this. So we get the again 4 peaks here, and they are observed at the chemical shift value, that is the 3.09 ppm. So also for next proton, suppose Ha proton firstly show the geminal coupling. So JAB we get the doublet, again each doublet is split into the doublet. So here JAC. So like this we get the signal, and this chemical shift value you are observed center around the 2.80 ppm. So this is a 3.0 and this is a 2.80 ppm. So in this spectrum each proton gives the 4 peaks, doublet of doublets. So you are observed the multiplied because of each proton, and also phenyl group, so that integrate for the 5 hydrogen. For this also you are observed the multiplates. So this kind of spectra we cannot analyze with the help of n+1 rule. So we get the quite complicated spectra. That spectra is nothing but second order spectra. So this all about the first order and second order spectra.